Hi. It's not there. Now we're live. Hi.
There we go. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Good morning, everyone.
We're late because of me. I worked a live table Friday and Saturday, and I had to take all my cards and all my crystals and all my stuff with me. I think the ballroom's built. Did you
No,
see that overhead picture of the East Wing and the wanted the East Wing to connect to this thing, and there's some giant globish thing that's only halfway built, and I think that's the ballroom.
no, it's last I seen, it's wiped. Everything's gone.
Hmm.
It's just a flat space right now that I seen. Hello, Michelle.
It's okay. They have all the original plans from the original White House, so when he's gone, whatever trash he puts up there, they can get rid of, or they can rename it like the Kennedy Center, like he keeps trying to do.
Or the Obama ballroom. Or the Obama East Wing.
Hmm. Well, they needed. I mean, I don't know if you've ever talked to anyone who's worked in the White House, but there are people working in broom closets. I mean, there is like no room in that building. When Obama was there, I had a friend who help us run Dallas County, who went up and worked for them for a couple of years, and he got out because he said it was so crowded and so difficult to work in, and there's just like no space, and to take that wing was where the first lady's stuff would be, but it was also drift over of other parts of,
Mhm.
of course he doesn't care because he's fired everybody. So
Yeah. If it gets completed, it could make more office space or something out of it. But
a great big office, a great big
yeah,
Oval Office.
it's nuts. The feckless Republicans don't do a darn thing. Beth's sister worked in the East Wing, she's saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's one more. There are more. They have new.
The First Lady works.
Who? First ladies do. I mean, they're supposed to have jobs.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, where should we start? Oh, how about this one? The one I put up, made a banner. There's a lot of rumors that Usha's not happy.
Would you be happy if you
No.
were married to the Maybelline Queen? I don't think so.
If I had a soul, I wouldn't be happy.
And I think she probably did it first. Let's see if Usha's happy. I hate doing this. I don't have her permission to read this. So.
Well, she put her feelings and looks out on the public, so if you're going to be a public figure, you get.
And JD's good friend is Peter Thiel, so there may be more reasons to not want to be there.
Usha Vance, well, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about everything now?
Yes and no. She wants to. She very much wants to. It's her poor little self feeling out there, and she wants to move forward. But yeah, and she's absolutely. She has two nights: the Knight of Wands, and she has the Knight of Cups reversed, which means no, she's not in love with this clown. But he's got stuff on her, and he has a way to control her because he's mean and evil. And she may not have to worry about the stress of that. She's got other problems. What did you get, Scott?
In the past, I guess she was ready to do the work. She wanted to be the first, second lady, do good work with the Three of Coins.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I get my Hermit Fool card, which I think she had naive, ambitions, but she was ready to do the work.
Mhm.
Her current feelings are horrible.
Oh.
10 of Wands, Tower, and the Death card.
Mhm.
So, she's got some horrible feelings right now. She wants it all to end. But in the end, I get good cards. She's honorable, she's a leader, and she has strength. So she will move on from this. I think she has
Mhm.
incredible strength as a woman. So these are all good cards in the end.
Yeah.
She'll do fine when she moves on, but she really is feeling it now. That's bad. So I think her current feelings are thinking divorce.
Mhm.
Whatever she does, she's going to land on her feet because these three together are just the worst. The only thing it could be worse if I had a 10 of swords in there.
Yeah.
But Mr. JD would not be too happy if she filed for divorce now.
No, too much stuff would come out.
Hi, Linda. Hope you're feeling well. Linda Sandoval. Okay. There's a special election in Tennessee.
Yes, there is.
Is it federal or state?
It's
You know?
I don't know. You want me to look it up?
Special election Tennessee. It's going on now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
7th Congressional District Special. Matt Epps and Aflin Ben, Democrat. No, replace Mark Green.
Yeah, didn't he die?
No, I think no, he's the one that took a private sector job. He had
Oh, okay. Want
big
to go
business.
spend more time with his family? One of those?
Yeah, he had big business in like Venezuela or something, Brazil. That's right. I do remember him now. He resigned right after voting against the one voted to pass the big beautiful bill.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, the Dems were pretty evenly split on their primary. She won with 27, but there were four of them. She won with 27% of the vote, and the other ones were below her, obviously. But and then Matt was the overwhelming choice among Republicans. But there was a huge field. There were like 20 people.
Oh, really?
In that election, and
former commissioner of the Tennessee Department of General Services.
He defeated 10 other candidates. She was running in a four-way race.
Wow. Quite a few. Okay. Who are we talking about? Matt or Afton? Matt or Afton?
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm going to use my bunny cards. It's either that or I'd use my zombie deck.
3 cards for Matt. Thanks, Gary.
I think the Republicans going to win.
Afton. 3 cards for Afton. Ugh.
Yeah,
I got bad cards for the Democrat.
Yeah, I got that she didn't have enough money. People were undecided about letting her in there. Now she's got the Knight of Wands, but working with her, but it's not being used very effectively. She's not what anybody really wanted, and they're not. It's the Democrats are divided. And that's what my cards read for her.
My first card for Matt was the victory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout like they think it is, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think he thinks it's a shoe-in because he's being lazy with the 4 of Cups. With this race, I think what comes out, he's going to have to do some reflection on himself, because I do have the Hermit with that. But like I said, the biggest one is that victory card first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I think you're right with restricted of money with Afton, because I got the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Coins. The other card's a 6 of Cups. So, yeah, these aren't great winning cards.
No.
But I don't, but like you said, with the 5 of Coins, that's lack of funds. You get her name out there and whatnot, but.
The other thing I saw for him is he has the Ace of Wands in his hand, so, and he's kind of ready to go. He's actually not as whacked as many of them are. He starts as the King of Pentacles with Temperance. So.
Oh God.
What?
He's going to. The felon's going to South Korea too. Just Liz said he's going to South Korea. Oh, what a representative for us. Okay. From your post, over 50,000 elections taking place next month. So we got Virginia and New Jersey.
Maine.
Maine's got?
I think so.
Local elections too?
Yeah.
All right.
Texas has the 17 amendments to take away our rights.
Great.
Oh, no, there are things that are worded like, some of them sound very pro-environment, but when you read what they're doing, they're taking money that should go monitoring the environment to handing them over to an agency that's tied up with industry and just lets everybody pollute everything. I mean, you have to really go in and read what these things are about. And there's 17 of them. That's, if you're in Texas, that's Amendment 4. Do not vote for Amendment 4. Amendment 4 hands the keys of the environmental kingdom over to the oil companies. And we all know how well they work for us. Did you know that for the last 3 months in the U.S., more electrical energy has been generated by wind energy than coal? And each month it's gotten steeper and steeper. Or renewable energies, however they count renewables. So I guess it's not giving all of us brain cancer, whatever it was he said it did.
It looks like enough money is being put into Democrat races, because I got the Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and 9 of Pentacles in the past. So there's a want for prosperity, a want for stability.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Republicans are having issues. Their partnerships are drying up.
Mm-hmm.
Two of Cups, the Tower, and Eight of Swords.
At the end of the day, they can do a lot right now, but on election day, you got to pull voters in.
Yeah, I think these Republicans are having issues here. So I get a Tower for them. And then I get for moving forward here, King of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. A lot of new, passionate leaders, good leaders. And outcome, Six of Pentacles. So we got giving, receiving, Two of Pentacles. The World and Ace of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
I think Democrats are going to give them momentum.
Yeah, what's happened going in is people thought Trump's in charge and that's going to make a difference. It's not. If he's not in the ballot, it makes no difference. And people thought, Republicans thought, we'll never lose our voters. But look what happened. All of a sudden, there was a Tower. And then all of a sudden, there was death and complete transformation next to that. And all of a sudden, the beginning of the feminine pull into politics is coming in. And then for my conclusion, what's going to happen to the Republicans? The first card is they got no message that anybody wants to hear. That's the Page of Wands upside down. And there's nobody there to listen to it anyway. They have no one they're connecting with. I think this follows your cards perfectly, Scott. And they don't want to let go of power, but people don't want to give them power because they don't like what they're doing with it. And then they got their only good thing. The only good thing that comes out of this is the Republicans decide we may need to move in a new direction. And we may need to move more with our hearts. I hope so.
They don't have a heart. How does that work?
They have one. It's a teeny tiny little hard one in the middle of their chest somewhere.
ICE kidnapping American citizen. Mr. Dash Dabrowski has been missing since August, at least on social media. I didn't really like him. I unfollowed him a couple years ago, but I thought he was a little enthusiastic.
Too out on the edge. Is ICE? Yes, I can already tell you ICE is kidnapping American citizens because they're getting them out of jail all the time.
Let's see what happened. What's going on with Mr.
You want to ask about him? I don't even know. This will be a great reading because I don't know who the hell that guy is.
I know what he looks like.
First of all, I would have real questions about any guy whose name was Dash.
Let's go on with Dash.
Well, the only one that's relevant in this reading is he has no control over his own comings and goings.
I get he's okay. He's doing something different. I think he was getting death threats that he didn't want to deal with. Maybe something about funding. He lost funding because I got the 5 of coins. He had some heartbreak in his life. It just feels like he wanted to be a more private person. Yeah, I don't get anything about death, but
the only thing I got for him,
I think he was having issues and scared and
right,
maybe a little off kilter. Everything kind of got to him, and he wasn't willing to fight anymore.
Well, something happened. He enjoyed being that happy Page of Wands, spreading the word. But then somebody made him be defensive, like what you said. He's got the fool upside down. He's really not in control of his own actions right now, and I don't know why that would be. Can you see that? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I had the anxiety moon together.
And I had the Two of Cups. He's going to come out of it okay. We're going to find out what happened to him, but I don't see that he's any. I don't see him in an Eight of Swords or any Four of Swords or
Right.
any of that stuff.
Okay. So I remember 2 weeks ago we said what? I think it was 3 to 4 weeks we thought it would last.
Mm-hmm.
November 1st would be 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Okay.
How long is this Epstein shutdown going to last? Magic Mega Mike already said the house is off again next week.
I don't think they should get paid. They're not paying the federal workers if they're not letting them come up to their desks.
The house has worked, what, 12 days since end of July or something like that? Any chance to go? Government shutdown. How long is this government shutdown? I don't know. $20 days.
20 more?
No, Rose Blue said they worked 20 days this year. No leadership with the devil. 6 of Swords, Knight of Coins, of Victory. So that's saying there will be a deal at some point moving forward.
I got there's a yes, no, and a deal. It's a deal, but it's one of those, it's just going to stall it off till January.
In the past, I get no deal with the devil, no leadership, and funding, which is kind of obvious. Then I get 6 of Swords, Knight of Coins, and a victory or good news of success coming forward. But the outcome is 5 of Cups loss, Knight of Wands, and the 5 of Wands arguing. So the energy is not good. I think the loss is not in time for food stamps.
I'm gonna ask this question differently.
So I'm getting a lot of 5s here. Which means like
5 is change. 5 is change.
Well, I was looking for timing too with that. I understand 5 is change.
I saw 4 to 6 weeks.
From now?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm going to ask is,
yeah, I'm really feeling it's going to go into November at least.
I'm going to see it's going to go. I know it's going into November, but I'm going to ask if the elections in November force a major change in how Republicans see things.
Well, my immediate thought, my mind's eye went to November 12th. So maybe it's the elections completing. But yeah, these last ones just don't show a deal. It shows loss and the energy of arguing. I mean, good news, a deal is coming, but that's not the current. On the bottom is another 3 to 4 weeks, maybe. I don't know. My mind's eyes showed me November 12th.
And my bottom of the deck says we're moving on. Six of Swords. But what I see is, and I asked this about the November elections, if the results of that make a change, and it says they get a clear message from the people, and it's that it's hearth and home and family values. It's going to bring a big change, Ace of Cups. But some of that change is going to be a delusion. It's not going to be all that real because, Republicans are building it. And then my last card is Death Reversed, which is the transformation is not going to be permanent or as big as it should be. But what I got is, yes, November elections are going to change it. And the way I see it changing it is the Republicans are going to finally not be able to say, oh, but good old Charlie always came around to us before. Sean did not, the other person that was here last week that people kept waiting to disappear and have Scott show up. He did a show on No King's Day, and he looked at not just the number of people who walked, but if they walked in the Northeast, what percentage of the population was Northeast, what population was California, what population was other places, and then what percentage of the voting population walked in the South. And the numbers for the South were stunning. It's more people than they've ever had show up for anything like that before.
Yay.
Yay.
Good. Gotta show up.
Yeah, you gotta show up, guys. Scott and I can read it for you until our fingers bleed, but that's not going to change anything. Your vote can make more of a change than any card we can lay. Okay.
Laura's wondering about Argentina's midterm with the 40 billion infusion.
No, Argentina has structural problems that go so far beyond that.
Right. Are the people going to show up against Miley or whatever his name is in their midterms?
Okay.
People fighting. I think they will show up. They want change.
Mm-hmm.
They want balance. They're going through dark times, a lot of heartbreak. They want justice. They want to get out of these dark times.
Look what I got. Justice.
Yeah. The Sun, 4 Wands, people coming out, and my Empress card, Divine Feminine showing up. Yeah.
He'd be voted out, right?
According to Laura, it's midterms. He's
Okay.
not voted out yet. According to her, I haven't looked it up.
Okay. What I see is they want their homeland back. They want to be rid of the burden of carrying this guy. It's not so much that Trump's poured all this money, and that makes no difference to them. They want justice, and they want control of their own country back. So having an outside country come and pump a bunch of money into your country isn't going to help if people feel like you're just out of control.
Laura said yes, it's the midterms, according to what she found.
Okay.
But anyway, the people are fed up no matter what. Rose is wondering about the proposition.
Those are the amendments to the Constitution. And if you don't know what amendment is, vote no. There's only a couple of them that are good, and they're really hard to read. They want to, in Texas, we have a thing where if you're retired, they give you a certain amount of money that can be taken off your property tax bill. And I don't think that one's bad. That's one of the ones at the top. But all the rest of them are sketchy as hell. I mean, they were written by Abbott and his friends. So,
yeah, it's kind of like what happens in Wisconsin. Got an amendment or a proposition or whatever. It's like he can't understand it.
Yeah, no means yes, and yes means no. And what the hell am I reading?
Right.
If you live in a place like that, the Texas League of Women Voters has done a really good summary page. They have a summary of, and they put it into real words, what it's saying. And then they have a yes and a no argument below from advocates and adversaries. So that's a good place to go look.
Yeah, that's what I do in ours. I look up the League of Women Voters and what do they recommend?
Mm-hmm.
Kicking out Andrew. When Prince William becomes king, will he kick his uncle out of the country?
Yes.
Kick him out. Ooh. Prince William becoming king. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna ask what the future of Andrew is.
It's not good.
Definitely. He's already being exiled. Get out of the house.
Well, he's lost all his titles except the ones that it would take the House of Lords and the House of Commons to take away from him. The king can't. The king can't unprince a prince.
Besides death, Rosie.
Well, that's also, have you looked at that guy recently? And the thing is that because of how they had to throw him out, what they could do within the family, his daughters, who most people like in England, they think they're okay. They were going to be working royals, actually helping run things. They lost all their positions too. So,
oh, these people.
well, I don't like it that the fact that some kid pops out of a certain mother, all of a sudden they've got all this stuff anyway. So I'm not on that page.
He might have more lawsuits to deal with. They get a lawyer and trying to finagle his way out of something like a magician. So I got a lawyer next to the Five of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
So conflicts. So he might get sued again over something. He's got to find a magician to work his way out. Kind of weird energy, though.
Well, that's what the latest scandal is because a policeman kept a report where Andrew's security detail had turned in the woman that wrote the book that's coming out that's against him. And they listed all the stuff. And when the police went and looked at it, none of it was true. And then the higher ups and the mucky mucks came and got all the files and took them away, except one officer carried them out. And that's what broke in England last week was this guy's files and all these other officers standing up saying, yeah, he had us doing his dirty work against these poor young women for years.
I seen I can't remember who it was. Maybe it's Tara Palmari. I like her YouTube to listen to. She got an interview with the ex security force to the mansion and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there was girls coming in and out all the time with Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he said that after 6 months, all logs get burnt.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have records going back 20 years of
who
came and gone. Yeah. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, Tara Palmieri. I like listening to her. Yeah, he's gonna be heavy burden. He's gonna have a tower, but somehow he must have something up his sleeve because I got strength card. He's gonna go through a lot, but in the end, with the strength, he's gonna be okay. He must have money stashed away or a place to go.
I'm sure he does. I mean, he'd be stupid not to.
I didn't see any cards of fleeing or getting kicked out. You know, like a.
No, he's already isolated. He's already got the 5 of coins. He's walking outside and feeling, and he's got the 4 of swords right next to it. So that's where he's been. He's working hard on trying to reconcile and get his reputation back, but it's not working because the women in England don't believe him, and I think at the end he's in a very sad state. But I think he'll be out of the country. I mean, he's got a lot of Commonwealth nations he can go live in. That's what they did with his uncle when he when he left his throne, when he didn't take the crown, his great uncle.
I forgot. I did have the Knight of Swords on the bottom, so that could be a fleeing rush.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Supposedly has a chalet in Switzerland. Someone said maybe a place in Dubai. So yeah, he can run somewhere then. Kamala says her nieces might see her as president and that she is not done. So this was just a talk about her niece, what her nieces said.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try this one. Does Kamala still have presidential in her energy? I'm going to ask that. 6 cards and try that.
Okay.
Does Kamala still have presidential in her soul's energy? Justice needs to happen. And then I get the Fool and then 5 of Cups. Other 3 is doing the work. Page of Cups and then 7 of Swords. These are not presidential cards.
No, I think she sees that she could do it. She got the Hierophant. And she really feels like she could add a lot emotionally. But her out card is the 6 of Swords, which is going to a more peaceful place.
I grabbed 3 more. I got 8 of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
Away. Ace of Swords and then Queen of Coins. Yeah. Current energy is not presidential.
Nope.
Justice needs to happen. Then I get the Fool. That's kind of like running away too.
Mm-hmm.
Card, you see this Fool's just skipping along in the beach with the dog, and then heartbroken about losing. But right now, it doesn't look presidential. Okay. The boats. These families should sue our government. The families that are getting murdered down there should sue, and Colombia should sue, and it is wrong. Okay, what is going on? Why are the Valiant boats being targeted by the military?
It's a distraction. It's a horrible distraction. It's a distraction. It's a way that Trump tries to move us away from looking at his 9 of Swords. And this is what he thinks he's doing. He's making our country look like the big empress, the strong person in the area. But it's going to bring a real tower down on him because the Queen of Swords shows up. He says, no. So what's really going on is going to come to light. But there's nothing. And because doesn't Venezuela have huge oil reserves?
Yeah.
So
they claim there's a lot of oil there.
And they probably didn't bow to his friends when they wanted special deals to get in.
Yeah, I think you're right there. There was. So yeah, there wasn't it's a backlash. So 10 of Swords, Knight of Cups feels like making a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Six of Swords. There's the boats.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ten of Swords would be like stabbed in the back. We tried to make a deal. And then we're going to go after your boats almost. That's what it feels like. Queen of Cups. So it's a female on the throne. It's usually my United States card too. And then Three of Wands. So you're looking outward and then they're showing death.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think you're right there on target there with the deal.
There was a deal, and this is where he can very visibly, and he's got such a limited mentality. Instead of making a point and then moving on, he'll hang on to something, especially if he feels like it gets him lots of press coverage. And he thinks he's giving people the argument, well, our party stood up for defending our coastlines. Against what? Fishermen? Thank you. When they're in their own waters?
Yeah, I think it just has to do with the deal not done.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge. Got this little page of swords kitty kind of stand there like, okay, this is what we're going to do back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just cruelty, but it just feels like more of a deal not done of what we wanted or this
Right.
government wanted. To me, it doesn't feel like it's a distraction from the files.
It works both ways. It serves both purposes.
A little, but I don't think that's the purpose of this one.
Mm. Yeah, I think he's paying off people who bought huge, giant memberships at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah. Oh, this is the white cats, Jeff.
Yes, I like that deck.
It's the white cats deck.
Oh, but by the way, Scott, this was at the bottom of my deck. The sun. Mm-hmm. What's going on is going to come to light.
Yeah, that's horrible, though. They should also killing innocent people.
I know.
And I guess I seen a report the seamen or the Navy people wanted assurances they weren't going to get in trouble for what they were doing, but I guess
they had some of their command leave rather than
no letters came through to guarantee non-prosecution.
Good luck with the international courts, guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even if they give you a letter, talk to the Nazis that got killed.
There you go, Evelyn. Spoiled evil child brat mentality. And the sad thing is this administration goes right along with it, and the GOP. Will the ballroom be completed?
Okay.
Clear the energy. Okay. Will the $300 million ballroom with kickbacks be actually completed? Yeah, a few good men movie. There you go. Will the big ballroom be completed?
Oh my goodness. It's not what I expected. No, I got no. I got people are going to begin to see it as such a splash and such a splurge, and the tower hits them. They can't make it move. And the Queen of Swords is sort of blunted at this point and can't tell the truth. So this is no, 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 no. It's not going to be built. And the reasons why it won't be built is the Wheel of Fortune changes on the administration. They can get it to a point, but they can't get it past that point. And it just shows the weird, depressive distress of what happens when you sit up at 3 a.m. on your golden throne and you can't think of what else to type about.
Yeah, I immediately got it won't be finished. But in a sense, the start of this can make a bigger space for offices.
Well, the East Wing will get rebuilt the way the East Wing used to look. I don't know if you've been to DC and you've seen all those things.
It's not since I was a junior in high school.
And you don't remember every detail?
No.
I'm shocked.
Well, we had a lot of touring. It was a FFA convention, so we toured a lot.
You know, when Jackie Kennedy moved in that White House, it was virtually falling down. It was almost uninhabitable.
Really?
And yeah, you're too young to remember that. Yeah, because you weren't even born yet.
Or I didn't read about it.
But yes, they moved in and they used to have grand tours of what they'd fixed and what was done. But it was a real mess. I mean, that's when the White House needed to be expanded and changed. Like I was telling Scott before we came on, I think I had a friend who worked for Obama immediately when he started his administration. And he said they had people that were working out of closets. I mean, it's that tight for space in the working areas. And to lose a whole wing is just, but it's because he doesn't think we need a government anyway. All we need is him and Stephen Miller and their perverted little minds. So
true. Yeah, I've seen they're being sued for not doing any. I can't remember if it's a historical society or some group that was nominated for anything like that. So they're gonna have to deal with lawsuits here and judges. So I think the truth is going to come out here on what our government did, Trump, to do all this. There's going to be conflicts with the contract. So we got the Five of Swords, fighting, the conflicts. Knight of Coins feels like the contract for the building, and then we're going to get some news about it. And then I get the Eight of Cups, having to walk away. Page of Wands, everything we hear about it, and then restrict it. So it feels, these cards are showing it getting shut down. Bottom of deck, I have the contract with the Three of Coins. So I think they're going to get into what's going on, and it's going to be stopped. So in a sense of, rebuilding and making it bigger for office space would be a good thing. Silly, big, ugly Trump Epstein ballroom. I don't know. I've seen the talk about a giant bunker or something. I don't really get much on that. I don't hear.
Well, needless to say, for security reasons, the government doesn't say we have our big bunkers here. I mean, that's just not how it works. So,
but he's afraid of the bunker. He got teased for being bunker boy, and
well, he's going to end up in the bunker like certain other leaders have in the past. Evelyn, I'm sorry you fell down the stairs. I know what that's like, and to feel blurry the next day, I totally understand. Evelyn watches. She fell down the stairs.
Hey, look at that. Oh, fun one. Michael Wolff is suing Melania. Back. So I don't. Did you hear that Melania is suing Wolff because of what he said that
she wanted to divorce him?
No, that from his talks, he had like 100 hours of.
Yeah, they let him sit around the White House with the tape recorder running and no one watching what he was recording. That's clever.
Wolf actually talked to Epstein,
Mm-hmm.
like in 2015 or 16 or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's never done a book on it, but he claims he talked to him for like 100 hours. And from his reporting and other reporting is that Epstein had sex with Melania first.
Mm-hmm.
First time they had Trump and her had sex was on his plane, and that Epstein introduced him. So there's a lot of things out there connecting them to, right? So Melania wanted to sue $50 billion or whatever for the defamation. Michael Wolff is countersuing. So
Melania will drop her suit. But
Michael Wolff's is a regular on the Daily Beast YouTube show. He's done numerous books on the White House, and so.
And he's known to open his mouth. He's the one who knew that Trump knew how bad COVID was and was lying to everybody. And he did report.
I think that was Woodward.
Oh, okay.
That was Bob Woodward. Michael Wolff's another one. I think you were confusing Woodward with Wolff.
Okay, they're both crappy journalists because they've had stuff they should have been. If you're really doing your job.
Well, it's kind of the same thing that Melania was going to sue Hunter Biden for a bunch of money, on what he said, and that never came to fruition. There was no lawsuit. She's threatened. So, how's Melania feeling about being countersued? Oh, Liz already got it in there. She's statement. My understanding is Melania threatened Michael Wolff the way she did with Hunter Biden lawsuit. Now Michael has filed a lawsuit on Melania first. Yes.
This is the most perfect illustration of this entire deal. That's the devil. Which is Melania and which one's the wolf?
Yeah. And Wolf wants to get Melania and Trump to testify in discovery. And he said he's not backing down.
No, he'll try to make, if he goes after him, he'll make that happen. I mean, he'll try to make that happen. He's got the 4 coins here. How does she feel about it? She feels like this. This is her whole life, being tied to this tree with all these horny old devil guys.
Yep, I got the devil on the bottom. Yep, seeking documents. Knight of Cups going for it. And then I have my documents card, gaining the evidence. And then Melania's in that heartbreak mode. Oh my gosh, I'm sad. He is going to go forward on Trump. He's coming as the King of Cups, using the Knight of Wands energy. That energy going after 45. Here's the King of Coins coming in. Here we got lawyers or judges here with the King of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Coins. Patience is a virtue. He's willing to go all the way. So I didn't get anything in here about Melania. It was all about him in this throw.
Well, the whole thing's about him, but it's, what they can threaten all they want, but he's the one who has less to lose.
Right. I mean, it's a double question. This is why the cards came out, but yeah, got the devil. This is going to be fun. So it's a Knight of Coins, so obviously it's going to be another slow-moving lawsuit, but he's not backing down, and this discovery is going to be fun. Like you said, I bet you Melania and their team will be like, okay, how can we make this go away? NDA, pay you $40 million. Give back the Amazon money. Melanoma. So sad.
Well, it's all sad. Sad that we even have to talk about these people.
How do the farmers feel about Trump and 45 now?
Oh, yeah.
And the Republicans. Have the farmers had enough? Beef, soybean, all of them. I've seen some videos, some clips, whatever, that some of them are unhappy that actually go on record. I hope so too, DG. I hope we're feeling better in January 2029. Actually, sooner.
Yes, we can all work for sooner, really.
Stop now. Farmers. What's going on in the agricultural community with 45 right now? Are they done with Republicans? Ugh, they're a stubborn bunch. I was in that farming community for a long time, and they're a stubborn bunch.
Well, I always think the Republicans are going to give them money. Now they're watching them give it to everybody else. Now they know how the rest of us felt.
So in the past, I get they were lied to, the 7 of Swords. And then I got a 10 of Swords, getting stabbed in the back and getting judgment upon what's going on now. Right now they're just praying for some money to flow their way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get Page of Pentacles, Justice, and 2 of Cups. I think that's saying there might be a little money. This government's going to just throw them a little bit with that page.
Mm-hmm.
Throw them a little bit, make them happy. Try to make them happy. Outcome is 9 of Swords. A lot of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
3 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles in the World. My mind's eye just said they're seeing him. They're starting to see him for who he is.
Mm-hmm.
The world is a culmination of changes, money, luck. But like I said, I first felt like all this stubbornness. Yeah, I feel the pain, but it's like I think someone said it. You're going to feel the pain, but after it's all said and done, they'll go back to the Republicans.
Well, which kind of farmers are we talking about? Are we talking about the farmers who are individual family-owned farms? Are you talking about the giant corporate farms who don't care what happens to the market because the more it falls apart, the more land they can buy up? And J.D. Vance is in the middle of big, huge land buy-ups in farming and agriculture.
Right, but there's got to be a profit on the end of buying that land, right?
No, because they can hold out for a while. The big conglomerate farms, they can. The little farmer can't, and then little farmer loses their land, and what grandpa and grandma and great grandpa and great grandma built is going to be gone. I mean, that's the name of this game. They're ripping off the working class by taking away the unions. They're ripping off the farms by taking away the individual farmers.
Yeah, they have the money to do it.
And I know people want to say, "Oh no, that will never happen to me," but it's happening to them right now. And my cards are not great for them. It's what they voted for, what they wanted. Guess what they got? Death.
That's already happening.
I know.
Suicides, bankruptcies. stress. I do sense some will turn around, but they're a stubborn bunch.
Oh, I know. I grew up in a farm belt.
Deanne asked about Argentina beef safety. I wouldn't eat it. I guess they're going through that hoof and foot disease or something. Hoof and mouth or whatever. So yeah, there's lack of vaccinations. So I wouldn't touch it if it comes here.
There was a big recall on statins. And it was a salmonella thing. How does salmonella get in your statins?
In statin? What do you mean? Sorry.
Statins are the things that everybody gets to lower their blood cholesterol.
Oh.
One of the main statin drugs got a huge recall yesterday. And then there was another huge recall on eggs out of Missouri, and it hit the state of Texas, but they couldn't provide you with a map to where those eggs went. So that just means don't eat eggs. What are we going to eat soon, Scott? We're going to have to go to growing microgreens in our living room.
Yeah, I get it. I get it with the sympathy. It sucks. Oh yeah, the farmers are some of the biggest social.
They love the welfare.
I have a low opinion of farmers. I was a farmer for 40 years.
He's from farm stock.
I have a low opinion of some of them. I've been in that, for 40 years. I was part of the farmers. Good people, hardworking people, but they're stubborn
and deluded and think they know what's right. I'm on the land, and anybody who's not on the land isn't right. And I'm like, well, that's why they moved to the city, because not everybody could live on the land. So
I know, right, Kathy D? It was the Democrats that started the aid programs.
They did. And it's when farms were owned by little farmers, and they were getting jiggered. If I want to know, I went to get just a small piece of chuck roast so that I could make just a small serving of a pot roast. I had not bought meat in the stores here because I order monthly from a place and they ship it in. I could not believe the prices that was on those chuck roasts that I used to get for $15 were $37. And I know some parts of the country are going that low. I couldn't believe it, but I don't shop that much. So
yeah, big Farm Aid concert. Had by Willie Nelson.
You want a weird historical fact?
The funny thing is, my dad became a Democrat after he quit farming. We sold out in 2011, and now he's a Democrat. And he voted Republican his whole life.
My first husband was a minister, which ought to amaze everyone. He was a Methodist minister. And there's a way you can do a circuit ride where you do 2 or 3 churches on a Sunday. And one of the churches that we did was in a place called Abbott, Texas, which is in Hill County. So now you know more about Texas than you wanted to. But Abbott is the town Willie Nelson was raised in. But Willie was a Baptist. So we ran the Methodist church. And I used to hear from all the old ladies who were contemporaries of Willie's mothers and sisters and aunts about what a bad boy Willie was. I used to hear all that stuff.
Mons Girl says a good turnout in early voting in northern New York. Good.
Yep. And they've got a good candidate up there. That used to be a Republican country.
This is true. Trump cares about his buddies. He doesn't care about anyone else.
I don't think he cares about big corporations. He doesn't care. He doesn't care how they earn their money.
Yeah, they're gonna be okay. Comey, James, yeah.
Oh, the judges have unified their contempt, their things to pull the attorney that filed the cases, which means they know that guy's going to get pulled. So why do 2 trials? He's gone, and then their cases.
Halligan.
Huh?
They pooled together that Halligan is not legally appointed to Eastern District. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Let's look at that. There's been a lot of news about Graham Plattner from Maine. Some comments, tattoo, supposed skull and crossbones. So he's lost some support. Before the comments about Nazis and this tattoo, he was.
So you should vote for the senator. You should vote to reelect the senator who could have gotten rid of the real Nazi that's in the White House, and they're worried about. Okay.
So yeah. So now the current governor running for Senate is polling better than Graham by a few.
Okay. Why don't we just see if a Democrat's going to win in Maine and quit worrying about their personalities?
Okay.
This doesn't help guys when they're pull each other down. It's the worst of what happens in politics.
Okay, Democrat.
I got a yes.
Democrat winning in Maine.
I got yes, that's the Hierophant, that's government. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune's just going to swing finally so bad against Susan Collins, it doesn't matter what they say about each other. Yes, the Two of Cups, that's a yes, and this is a yes. And the only no is at the end of the day, there's so much cleaning up to be done that they start catching the blame for all the stuff Susan Collins didn't do for all that while. So
okay.
I got it's going to be a Democrat no matter what. So try your worst.
So I tried that first.
What'd you get?
As far as Democrat, Republican, I'd like to just see which one comes out first.
Okay.
I associate cups with Democrats and wands with Republicans.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And 10 of cups came out first.
Good.
So I got a Democrat. So I want to still look at Graham for I do anyway.
Well,
For giggles, if he's do you remember the old Maine's governor's name?
the weirdo.
She's going to be 78 and running for Senate next year.
Oh, good. He won't make it either.
She's the one that stood up to Trump and said, "I'll sue you," and she got the state's money back. But anyway, yeah, she decided to run. She's going
to run as Republican, right?
No, she's a current Democrat governor.
Oh.
I just can't remember her name right now. But anyway, she wasn't running.
She's 2 years older
Janet
than
Mills. Thank you, Cece. Janet Mills.
Well, unless she's got a better spiritual life coach than mine, and I'm 76. There's no way. I mean, guys, there just is a time when we need to start. It's in the Veda. It's in the study of yoga that there's periods of your life, and we're at a point where we should be pulling back, and that's not ageism, because I'm an old person saying it.
So of my cards I just laid out.
Okay.
I didn't put it in a spread. Graham's not doomed. He's gonna take some hits right now, So we got Page of Swords, High Priestess, Two of Wands to start. So yeah, there's a hit to him right now. Four of Swords. It's got to lay low a little bit, and then he'll come raging back here better with Page of Coins, Two of Cups, King of Wands. He just got to weather the storm, explain himself. He went and covered up that tattoo everyone was worried about. Him and some
They can
buddies.
be removed. They can be removed.
He covered it up with something else, but I seen the picture of that tattoo. I would have never thought it was a Nazi skull and crossbones. I know nothing about it. Doesn't look bad, but supposedly, he got it with a bunch of other Marine buddies one night drinking.
When we make all our best decisions. Thank you, Real Rosie, for your contribution.
So I don't think he's doomed. He's not the. Yeah, he's not a politician. He's in his 40s. Outspoken. But Janet said she would only run one term if she wins.
Yeah, we've heard this before.
She could be another Grassley, be 95 and.
Oh God, no! It was the one from South Carolina that was 100 years old, Strom Thurmond.
Oh, did you happen to see the video of Mitch McConnell falling last week?
No, I don't. Watching old people fall is not nearly as intriguing as you might think. I feel sorry for everybody who's put in that position. They put themselves. If I collapse on the screen, then y'all know I did it.
He looks bad. He looks like he's got 1 foot in the casket.
No, he's all the way up to the knee. What 1 foot?
But yeah, he was just walking out of a conference room, and then all of a sudden he just fell. He smiled about it, but Jesus, he looks rough. I'm like, why do these people continue when they're?
What's wrong with their families? Why can't they sit and talk to them, take them home?
He should have stepped down when he started freezing. Nope. Just continue to look foolish.
Scott, there's a comment that you didn't highlight, and I think it's true. It's Julie M.64. It's at 1026. If you can't find it, I'll read it. Because I think what she's thinking is true.
Go back here quick.
Okay.
And 30, 26. Julie.
That's
this
it.
One?
Mm-hmm. That's what I've had the image of in my head for a long time.
I think the Republicans are hoping that people start food rioting and you track down the population. Oh, Jesus.
Except most of the people in food stamp states are in Republican states. But, when you're hungry, you'll do anything. And that's why, the
military are already going to food banks. Why would they riot on themselves?
Well, no, but Gavin Newsom has mobilized the military that he controls in the state of California to begin to help the food banks collect food in anticipation of what might happen. And other places need to do that. It won't happen in Texas. They'll say, go to your church and hit the church pantry. And
I know it. Okay.
Okay, what do we got now? Yeah, that's what he wants to do. I don't think he's going to do it.
Is all this craziness a step to martial law? Putting the military on the streets, cancel midterms, whatever chaos they can. Is this the plan?
He's not going to make it. It's not going to happen. There's not going to be enough stuff happen to do it. I mean, he even shot Charlie Kirk. What can I say? And this for entertainment purposes only. Trump thinks he's God, and someone shot Charlie Kirk, and God's in charge. So,
Well, these cards kind of do show a plan there, but I'm feeling a different way. So yeah, the Five of Swords could be like that, martial law. And then I have Four of Coins. That's about control.
mm-hmm.
Holding on. But then I get death.
Yep.
It's either the ending of the situation ain't going to happen, or what we're hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. It's a fool's journey to do that. I don't think the military would do it.
Mm-mm.
I don't think they would do it. I got moving forward. There's greater energy. So the Eight of Wands is like sudden changes, unexpected news, progress made. Queen of Coins is a Kamala energy. And then I have the Fool, new beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
I still see the Grim Reaper hanging on 45.
Yeah. Hang on. I thought the Grim Reaper, you keep wondering, hey, you got a big long scythe. How come you keep missing?
He's missing it.
I know.
The best healthcare and meds.
Oh, they're the ones that'll keep you alive. I don't know if they're the best for your whole body.
True. It's amazing. That man is still kicking. But I don't think it'll happen. There's big changes coming way before the midterms. And Charlie Kirk, who? They don't even talk about him anymore. Yeah, I think it'll be a sad Christmas. Okay, a couple cards for Christmas. How are we going to be feeling at Christmas? High prices, lack of presents. What?
Rose Blue, I don't know what you're talking about in email. Email me. I think you email me something. I can't watch emails while I'm working with Scott.
Priestess, Hangman. I'm not getting a horrible Christmas.
I am not either.
I have so I start out with the new cycle with the Ace of Wands. Two of Wands is achieving the first stage, progress, future planning, and then the High Priestess. The future is unrevealed right now. And then I get the Hangman, surrendering, a transition. King of Wands is a born leader. And then the World, completion, success.
Mm-hmm.
I get nothing bad about Christmas. So whether we have money or not, but this is looking pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a shift in November again.
I think changes are coming in December.
Michelle Mybell, they're not going to turn Houston red. She's worried about that.
Oh, no.
I saw the latest numbers on the guy who's running down there. And so I'm way behind in catching up with the
news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, but I'll throw a couple cards.
Oh.
I'll see. I'll just drop 6 cards and see what it says. Okay. I don't think the cabinet's got the nuts to do that. They're all sitting around praising him. Nope, they're restricted. They're burdened. Oh my God.
We got stuff on these people, I swear.
There's some bad cards. So using the 25th, I got 8 of Swords. They're burdened. They're worried about a severe loss of something. So I think bad karma coming. Yeah, so like you said, compliment, whatever. The Devil, so I think they're being bribed or something or otherwise. Illusions, delusions, and then no spirituality.
That's what mostly I get.
No, they would not use the 25th. They're too scared. Plus, they're all probably making a ton of money in the stock market and insider trading, and
Crypto.
$100 million of the ballroom money's going into their pockets, probably.
Mhm.
Somehow they're pilfering from our treasury.
Somehow. What was Christy Nome just got 2 jets?
Requested them. I don't know if she got them or not, but they're requested. Ordered, whatever. Weekend at Bernie's. But yeah, Epstein's not disappearing.
No.
MAGA Mike can delay all he can, but eventually you got to go back to work. It's dumb. Caligula was bragging that he owns MAGA Mike. He can do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to make him feel good. Oh yeah. Arizona's suing our government to swear in that representative.
Mm-hmm.
So things are moving, but MAGA Mike's going to shut down the House again next week. You can't do it forever. So we got to wait another week, unfortunately. Prince Andrew's keeping it in the news.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was funny. Did you hear about the Reagan ad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mr. Ronald Reagan didn't like tariffs and he was pro-immigration.
But he was anti-union. He wanted to break the working class. He wanted lots of other things he wanted to do.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad to that man too. Yes. 123 already.
Mm-hmm. It's so much fun.
Okay. Let's see what else I have starred here. We did that.
Did we read on Russell Vought?
No.
I don't know who he is. Because I really don't watch like Midas Touch Your Nails guys anymore.
Well, he's the OMB. He's running the money.
Oh, okay.
He's running the money in the country. What goes in and out. Russell Vought and his influence on Trump. Well, they say Miller and Vought's running the country with ICE and DHS, Truly, and Russell owns the money, controls the money, going in and out, and people. OMB has the people. Yep. Vought helped create Project 2025. So a possible boycott. I'm not sure what that means.
There's supposed to be a lot of people trying to have a national strike somewhere between those days.
Okay. What cards? What? I'll try this one.
Do you want to call it a boycott or you want to call it national strike? National strike has.
Yeah. All right. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Hey, Delphi Rose. Okay. End of November, Russell Bolt influence. What do we need to know about Russell Bolt? Cards are flying.
Are we asking about the strike or about him?
However you want to do it.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
I'm just banking myself
Okay.
to focus on it.
Guess what?
I'd like to get something about him too. But
Okay, I'll do him after I do.
strike.
You want to do him first, and I'll lay out some cards for him too. Okay.
Most of the time, I get what I need. Ugh. Ugh. This man's causing a lot of heartache.
Mm-hmm.
One, two, three, four. Okay. Yeah, he's the star of MAGA here. The Sun and the Seven of Pentacles in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's the architect of funds and how they build this new presidency.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, and Two of Wands in the current energy. So I got a lot of frustrations and brokenheartedness. For some reason, I don't think it's the people because I'm asking about him in a boycott. He wants to do more.
He can't. I'm seeing he's been stopped. He wanted to move things forward more quickly, but actually, stupid stuff Trump's done has revealed what he was up to.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a spokesman to speak for him. And his downfall is going to be the Eight of Cups. In this case, it's a cat that eats too much tuna fish. And he's going to dive off the hill. He's going to play the fool. I think he had a plan. It ain't working.
I don't think we have to worry about it.
But the national strike, yes. I see people seeing that this is work. Eight of Pentacles. We're not going to work. We're not going to use our skills. We're going to fight kind of dirty with the Six of Swords. And there's going to be some balance to it, but it's going to be a yes and a no. There's some places where it's going to work and some places where it's not, where it would really hurt people, but there is going to be a strike of some kind that's going to hurt across the country. People are going to feel it across the country without dying over it, you know?
I still get new beginnings coming with the Death card.
That's good.
Death card, King of Swords, and the Moon. Endings of this chaos coming and these deceptive tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Outcome, Knight of Wands, good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. That would suggest a boycott. We're fighting for our rights. I don't know. I just keep getting the Death card. New beginnings. But I think Volt's gonna get locked out there with the Eight of Swords coming soon. Well, I mean, he already is, but because he wanted more destruction. All right, it's 1:30. Let's bring some happiness cards.
Happiness cards.
Yeah. Let's bring some happiness.
We use the Sacred Forest Oracle.
Eek.
Okay, that's cool. That's what we need this week. This is one. Does it get cold up where you are?
Yeah, it's took a downturn this last week. When I was in Indianapolis, it was 80 on Saturday, and now it's been in the 50s all week. So it's quite a change in feeling.
Yeah, I had a major weatherman in our area who said he's done his 30-day forecast, and he's never seen so many 40s in the morning, which is really cold for us guys.
We had
I got my woolly sweater on. I'm ready for it.
Thursday morning, we had a freeze.
Ooh, well, we have not done that.
I'm getting spiritual blessings today.
Mm-hmm.
Taking pride in the work you've done and the training and how you've done to improve yourself with that 8 of Ariel. And then 10 of Raphael and Ace of Raphael. It's just taking in the love and blessings that you've gained with connections and harmonious relationships that you made, and taking in those positive emotions. So take heed in the good things.
Okay. All right. I got Wild Rose Fairy. And your angels and your guides and your spirit guardians and allies adore and cherish you. If only you could see yourself the way they do and the way spirit sees you, you would know you are profoundly, deeply loved and cherished and adored as you are. So don't be afraid. Be open to allowing the Creator to solve your challenges in wondrous ways. Trust that everything is unfolding graciously and will end up with perfection. The spirit of the wild rose says you are more cherished than you can possibly know. Open your heart to receive. Love is on the way. You are the eternal vessel for love to flow through. You are enough just as you are. So those are nice thoughts.
I grabbed a few from my ET Oracle just for giggles.
Okay.
So I get I got this guy here pointing at you saying you're not learning your lessons.
That's one thing I think is true for a lot of people.
So if you aren't learning your lessons, I'm getting use the full moon energy. So the full moon and new moon to manifest. So if you need help, you need focus, what is that? I'm trying to remember. So you start a wish or manifesting on a new moon, and it should have come full circle on the full moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way it works. So you can use the moon energy to feel better and manifest desires.
Yeah, and realize astrologically we've had a shift where for a couple days all the planets were in water and air. We had nothing in fire and nothing in the earth, nothing grounding us. And so of course everything seems weird and dippy and ethereal, and water and air, when they mix together they make fog. And I actually woke up this morning to a deep foggy morning, and I cannot tell you how rare that is in Texas. We don't get fog much, so a lot of that's going around. So I'm just not, I had a good time. I went and read some real live people, and that was fun. And I go to see a doctor. I'm starting at a new doctor's practice on Monday, so that's always interesting.
So what you're saying online on YouTube is not real people?
It's different.
I'm teasing. face to face.
I'm face to face with you, but the people in the chat could be telling me any crap, and I would,
I'm just teasing. I know there is a little bit different being in part of that face to face energy, but that's wonderful.
So yeah, but I mean, really, all the people I read over the last 2 weekends, their worlds are changed. Yesterday I read a woman who walked the trail in Spain, the religious one that takes 33 days to walk. It's 500 miles. She had just come back from that pilgrimage, and it was interesting because she's a younger woman, and she was really confused and depressed about a few things. And she wasn't supposed to stay in Dallas. She was supposed to fly into Dallas and then fly on to where she lives on the West Coast. But her plane got screwed up, so she got grounded. So she thought, well, I'll look at things to do in Dallas. And she ended up at the vintage shop I was reading at. And she said, oh, are you here all the time? And I said, no, I'm just here today, just like you. My plane sort of got grounded too. So we talked. And when I laid her cards out, she said that what I saw in the cards was what she'd kind of figured out on the long walk. And I said, what else did you learn? And she said that there's a lot more to learn from the older generation than she was giving a lot of pause to. And she's going to pull that. And she was a Reiki therapist, but she's also a psychotherapist. So, and she is going to go home and make some big life changes for herself.
Yeah, hurricane running through the Caribbean right now.
Oh God, yes.
I forgot.
There was a USGS report on some sort of rumblings on the edge of where Hawaii is. So.
Jamaica, Punta Cana, everything like that's getting hit right now. It's blessings for there. It isn't bad.
They have lovely weather until they have crappy weather. And really, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Remember, now is the time to sign up for your 2026 year reading. And I've got those up on my website at crystaldirections.com. And I'm going to be doing a show on Tuesday. And I'm not sure how, it depends a lot. I think the doctors are going to give me a COVID shot on Monday. So I may not be doing much the rest of the week. COVID shots usually don't affect me, but both my kids really got hit by it this time. So.
Yeah, I was had a doctor appointment last week, and they gave me the new RSV and the flu.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a COVID.
They don't like mixing them together.
But yeah, that RSV is a new one.
Oh, no, I know they want you to take that one, but it's DNA based, and I can't take DNA based. For those of you who don't know about that, if you're one of the people like me, if you take a DNA based vaccine, you get the disease. That's how I got pneumonia twice.
Oh.
So with RFK, I'm on that part. People just need to know how they're going to react to things.
Wow, Evelyn just got her first one. Wow. Yeah, I felt pretty rough the first one, but after that, nothing.
The first one I got when all the rush was, I was on the air with Andrea that night, and my shot was scheduled. They were scheduling people till 10 at night. And she was so excited that I could go get it. She said, it'll be months before we see it in Canada. But I went and got it. And I woke up the next day having heard all these stories about how sick it was making people. And all it did was the only reason I knew I'd had a shot is I took the Band-Aid off. COVID vaccines, for the most part, are RNA based. I don't think there's one that's DNA based. Yes, be a good human first.
Oh, that wasn't my first. It was the newest one. Oh.
Yeah, the newest one. And I mean, this one kind of affected one of my kids more than the others had. So, but
yeah, Carrie, that's what I got last year. My last annual physical.
they would do with them both at the same day.
The flu and COVID, but maybe the RSV and flu was enough and not throw COVID in me at the same time. I got my annual physical coming up soon, so they'll probably give me the COVID then. Thanks, cat lady. You have a great day too. So we'll let you go. Thanks for hanging with us.
We will. We don't want to keep you forever. Everybody have a wonderful Halloween. Go celebrate. I get to wear my cape that says they missed one in 1692.
Blessings, everyone.